Good news, everybody. We are in the house. They called us, and all the utilities got put in within the week. And so, as soon as they told us, we just drove up here and moved on in. Super excited. Been cleaning. I'm gonna go walk around because we just had our contractor come and clear the backyard. So I'm just gonna go enjoy a quick walk. So this is the road that, goes into our house. As you can see, it's pretty far away. It's a lot of work. But our contractor, he stopped by yesterday and started pulling up all the stumps and started leveling it out in preparation to put some rock to build a really long road. But one thing I also have to do is start marking which of these trees I want to keep, because I do want them to grow and, you know, um, give a little bit shade. And plus, they're mesquite, you can eat them and all that stuff. I think a good idea here would be to put kind of like a tree orchard kind of deal, kind of start building somewhat of a food forest, but not interrupt too much of the natural habitat, because we do have like turkeys, we have quails, roadrunners, all that stuff here that relies on natural vegetation. So I'm going to try to keep it as natural as possible, but I want to put some pecan trees. Like, I would love just like big pecan trees and some native magnolia trees. Let's see if I can find some, and then I'll put some like some random fruit trees here and there, or I'm not sure if to keep them closer to the house. Yay, we're walking. We're walking. So it did rain, and by the way, it's super windy, and it's actually kind of chilly, hence I'm wearing a sweater, which is awesome for me because I'm ready for the fall and some nice cool weather to get some of these projects done. Here's a septic tank, but let me show you, because it did rain, so you kind of can see it a little bit right there. This is where it went in, and so they gotta like fill that in. So here's the septic tank, like I said, and it's definitely exposed, but they do have a whole bunch of piles of dirt to fill it in, and this pile just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Just going to be there for a little bit until we get the contractor and he gives us a quote on moving it further back that way. But the company gives us one free refill because they understand that with rain and stuff, everything settles. So then they're going to come back. We have to call them and schedule it for them to come over here and basically like refill it in and pack it down and stuff. Over here is the meter. I didn't expect it to be like this close or what. I don't know what I expected, because they did put a pole there, but I don't know in my mind. So it is an eyesore, but you know what, it is what it is. I'm going to figure out how we can like make it blend in. If you have any ideas, definitely let me know. I am thinking of gonna see if we could paint it, like how in Disney they do kind of like that that green color to where it like blends in. So I'm gonna see if I could probably do that. And then you can see all our poles are in. I'm so excited. If you didn't see in a previous episode, the video right before this one, we did see termites in all these lots. There's a whole bunch of, land that was for sale and everything. So this is just kind of comes with the territory of just buying out here. There's termites everywhere. So something that we're gonna have to think about. We called think a few companies to come out here and give us a quote so that way they could treat the house to prevent termites from getting in and treat down here. We again, our contractor came over here and pushed 25 feet out from the house so that way we could encourage the termites to just go further back and stay away from this house. So it's just going to be an ongoing being proactive and making sure that we do everything we can to prevent them from coming into the house. Our neighbor, he's been here for like 2 years now, and he says like, yeah, he just uses DE and he's just like, he hasn't had a problem yet. And that big ass pile, so maybe I'm hoping that's a good lure for them to just prefer that and just leave my house alone and we could just coexist peacefully. All right, so this is the back, and as you can see, they cleared out a lot because they're right here in this area. There's maybe 3, maybe 4 trees right here that were right here. I'm looking at it and pointing over here, but right here there was like a line of trees, and the deck is supposed to come out to here, and we were going to try to save those trees, but again, termites, so we just went ahead and pushed the tree line back over here. But this is fine because we'll have the deck here, and then we'll have like some space to do others projects. For the meantime, for sure a fire pit, which we'll get to use at some point because it's super windy. Like, look at the trees. The other thing we have to do is go around the property and clean up random trash that fell out of people's, the workers' trucks and stuff. So yeah, look, here's another pile, and of course, the other way I found out that we had termites is that I was over there close to the back of the house, and I was pretty quiet. It wasn't windy or whatever. And then I was just enjoying nature sounds, and I just heard like this chewing sound, like little, very, very faint. And I thought I was going crazy. I was like, what is that chewing? And I got closer to the pile of sticks, and I realized it was coming from all the debris of these sticks, which were over there by the house. And I looked closer, and that's where the termites were as well. And I was like, ugh, I gotta get these out of here. Otra cosa, another thing is that this morning I was looking towards the property of my parents, and I saw like some movement and everything, and it turned out to be a big coyote. So yeah, they're out here for sure. I mean, I knew they were out here, but yeah, they're out here running around. Hopefully not, stalking me right now. I know they don't attack people, but some of them might give a try. They get really close to see if you have anything or whatever. I used to have them in my other house. They snatched up a few of my chickens. So this time around, I'm going to be more careful with my chickens. And also, when my contractor was coming down the road, the path to our house, he saw like a flock of maybe 3 to 5, I think he said, turkeys. So we have turkeys back here, some wild turkeys running around. So that's going to be cool. All right, so this is kind of the end of where the drainage of the septic goes. So you could see a flag right there once it focuses. And so then it comes to the line here. So I'm thinking if I do a lot of this turf or grass or whatever we decide to do, it's going to be a play area, and it's also going to be a little just area to just maybe do movie nights, some workout station, because I could put like a little, I can't put anything over here, but I could put a little tiny shed over here just to house our gym equipment. So that way we could start working out again. And I need to get back in shape and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a big, giant, open area. Lots of stuff that I can do, but all of it has to be above ground and not be too heavy. So that way it doesn't mess up this drainage thing over here. So I walked this way, which is from the house, make a path to this kind of clearing. I think this spot would be good for the chicken coop. There is a spider hanging right there, just blowing in the wind, and I could see the strands of their silk or whatever, the web. But it's, the house is right here, so then I can make a path all right there. You can see it's already kind of made, and so then I can make a nice little chicken coop here, so it's far enough from the house but not too far, so that way, because I don't want to attract like mice and stuff towards the house. Again, different view. House right here, I'll just clear up that area right here and then come here, and then chicken coop here. It'll have some natural shade. I'll put some like cloth in the on tops. All right, so it's like a few days later, and I'm going to go and do a video to do kind of like a mini tour that I'll post in another video, because right now it's like super noisy and I have to do like voiceovers and stuff because they are out here doing stuff on the house. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.